What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport, and welcome to another beautiful day out here in Tampa, Florida. Obviously, last video you guys saw, this place was pretty much destroyed. So we lost all of our carports, but it's nothing we can't fix. So we're gonna basically take care of all this, and in the meantime, ironically, I got a new car. Well, kind of traded. So many of you guys that have been watching the channel for a while know that I picked up a 2003 Range Rover. It was the cheapest one that I could find anywhere in the United States. I paid $2,500 for it. Didn't even have high mileage. With all the warnings that I got from subscribers, from mechanics, from friends, I wanted the car so badly because it's a style of a car I fell in love with, and it skipped the timing. Engine was shot, and I got very fortunate that somebody wanted to trade me for a 2001 GMC Sierra. I didn't really need the truck, but I took the truck because I figured I could use it to haul things around. I just didn't need it at the time. I couldn't really do a whole lot with that I was able to do with the Range Rover, like taking the dogs and the family. My dogs don't like to go into the back of a truck, and we don't want to put them there. So we kind of just used it to take bikes and stuff like that. With that said, I just got this. So this is a 1991 BMW 318i. Had no intentions of getting this car. As you guys know, I just got rid of my 190e, car that I absolutely love, and I mentioned it in the last video. I got rid of that 85 190e only because at the time I needed the money to do some other things, and ended up being that the cash that I got for that I used for getting this car here. So what I really needed it for, other things came together for me in my life, and I was able to cover those bills, and I used that to get this car here, which I absolutely love, to become my daily driver. I am working on a video right now for you guys. It's going to be a pretty cool one, so that'll be coming out very soon. And this car just happened to be offered to me. A guy said, hey, I really need a truck. I got a family. Super nice guy. Came out, brought all of his kids. They jumped in the truck. They loved it. He wants to start taking them dirt biking and other things, and they just didn't have a way of doing that. And this car here doesn't even have interior. So we'll get to that in a second. So this is a 91 BMW 318i, and there's a lot of things done to it. So let's go ahead. I'm going to set my tripod up. I've got to move these cars around. We'll pull it out there, and we'll take a look at everything this car has. Okay, so this is the exterior in a nutshell. I don't know a whole lot about this car. The guy brought it out here, needed the truck. I fell in love with this car, drove it around the block. The clutch drives amazing. It's got a competition clutch sticker on the inside, so I'm thinking this thing has a really nice clutch in it. Felt great. You can see there's no rear bumper. It's got these really cool XXR rims, which supposedly are very light. It's got, looks like drilled brake rotors, so I'm guessing somebody did some brake stuff to this because the brakes feel great. Also, besides the XXR rims and the drilled rotors, this is sitting on adjustable coilovers. Not sure the brand, haven't gotten it up in the air yet, but they look fairly new, and they look, I like the height. I mean, the car looks sick. I love it. It's got this very unique body kit. Goes across the bottom, and then it's got this front kind of plastic style cover here. Very unique. Don't know if I'm gonna keep that or go with some kind of body kit, but for now I think this thing's a freaking awesome looking car the way it is. It looks like a really fun car. It's got so much stuff done to it that is drift style. So let's take a look at the trunk. So this is a trunk delete so that you can actually put a plate there and get a little better aerodynamics. Also have a little bit more room underneath your car. Obviously not going to do an insane amount of stuff unless you're fully tracking a car, but it does lighten the weight in the rear quite a bit by removing everything out of this trunk. I don't think this car weighs a whole lot. So let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. Right away you can see there's almost a full interior delete. We have no door panels, no floor. Dash has been completely removed except for kind of like the shell of it. Did keep the gauges, which is a very nice thing, because sometimes I don't like when people fully delete everything and then the project ends and they don't ever get anything put back together. Like the aftermarket wheel, I'm a big fan of these D&D wheels. I don't think there's a quick release, but they do sell a quick release for this car, so that might be an option of something I'll do right away. Let's kind of look further. These seats are actually very nice seats. They have they're very comfortable. They don't have an insane amount of side support, but enough to do some drifting and even daily drive the car, which is the route I would go. You can see they're out of a WRX, which the WRX was meant for a street rally style car, so these do have that support that you need. I love that they put these in here. Would have been the route I probably would have went if I came across a set of seats like this, and that's my guess. So obviously the console's deleted. They put a pretty decent Momo shifter knob in there, so liking that a lot. Really just needs some cleaning out. There is a crack in the windshield, so that'll have to be replaced. One of the benefits is this is not a sunroof car. So you get a couple things with that. It's a lighter vehicle right off the bat, and you don't have to worry about anything leaking into the car. So that is a big plus. Now, the power window switches are down here, and I know the front two definitely work. I haven't really played around with a whole lot, but the rear ones weren't working right off the bat, so I gotta maybe play around with those. Not too worried about the rear, but it's great to have the front working since we do have an AC delete, even though they kept the fan hooked up, which is nice because then you can still run some sort of airflow through here when it gets really hot here in summer. Let's take a step into the back. So this is one of the reasons why I made the deal. It came with a pretty nice roll cage. So it's not fully put together right now. Some of the pieces are down here. It's not welded or bolted in yet, but it's a very easy one to fabricate into this car. So if you look down here, it's resting nicely right on the frame here. So all that needs to be is either bolted or welded down. I'll probably get somebody to weld it. And I think, let me check, because I know the brand. Yeah, it's an Auto Power, which is one of the ones I was actually looking at for the SC300. So they're not cheap by any means. They're made of, from what I know, this one should be made of solid steel, so it should be a very durable one. And I'm very excited about that because that should be an easy mod to basically permanently put in there, which is a must in my opinion if you're going to start drifting any of these type of cars, because you always have to be safe when you're doing any of that type of stuff. They moved the battery back here. Love that, but I do want to put some sort of box or some sort of way to keep this from sliding around because it's just resting there. Obviously, rear seat completely deleted. The upper place completely deleted. And yeah, so these are the side panels that I showed you earlier. It's kind of nice, the bolts they use. This is actually metal, so that's pretty cool. I do like that. That's not something that I would probably change. Maybe do something different with the front and rear bumper. These rims, once again, are the XXR ones, so those are really nice. And let's go ahead. I already popped the hood. Pretty stock engine. I'm not sure the power on this. I'll probably post it on the screen now because it wasn't a car I was searching after, so I didn't do much research on this. Don't know a whole lot about these cars, and I hate to say that, but I wanted to get this video out there for you guys. So obviously it's a 4-cylinder inline 4, which probably 130 horsepower if I had to guess stock form to compete with what Mercedes was putting out. And no leaks, no weird smells, no overheating. You know, we drove the car, let it run for a while. The guy who traded me out seemed like a pretty honest guy, had kids, and he brought all his kids out here, so I felt kind of confident in what he was trying to do. He wasn't trying to make up some crazy story. And honestly, I didn't need the truck. I was selling it anyways, and I didn't need this car. So what the heck? Why not? You know, this is going to be a cool car to take out drifting while this car is being built up to be drifting. So you know, I like it. I mean, the exterior's in okay shape. You know, the paint's actually not bad at all. It can be easily fixed up and polished up. We'll be doing some sort of rear bumper, like I said. And that's about it, guys. Let me know what you think. I'm excited about it, you know. I think it's going to be a really fun car. It's going to be one of those cars that you just take to the track and you don't worry about beating it up. Hey, if we blow the engine, which doesn't have a lot of power, we just drop a different engine into it, you know, maybe a 2JZ, because that's what I would want to do. And right now, I can't do that. I have too many projects going on. Funding's not there. Oh, and I forgot this box right here. Let me slide this over here. This all came with it, so there's a lot of the interior panels. These are the rear door panels. I don't think he had the front ones. He did tell me he had the rear seat, but I'm not worried about that. Looks like these are just extra front head things, because I'm guessing this is probably broken and they replaced them. So yeah, a couple pieces here and there. Don't know if I'll be putting any of that back in there. I may even do some custom door panels, because I'm not a fan of the exposed doors. I might just do something, wrap it in leather and you know, tack it on, something really light. But that's really about it, guys. Let me know what you think, what you'd like to see. If this is a car that you guys have sought after, if this is a car that you guys like, hate, doesn't matter to me. I love the feedback, love the interaction. And also, I know a lot of you guys know way more about these cars than me, because I am not, I can't say that I'm into the BMW scene yet, but I don't dislike them. And a lot of people are super enthusiasts that even watch my channel. So let me know what you guys know about this car. I'm obviously going to do my research and get excited about it. But have a great day, guys. My name's Pete. This is Pete's Carport, and have a blessed week. As you can see, the engine idles really nice.